of Tom Cruise's character in the movie Far and Away.
In the movie, Joseph Donnelly makes Oklahoma home after staking his claim in the land run. Well, as Doug Warner found out, for one Irish immigrant who now calls Oklahoma City home, the dream is far from over.
Outside of the ring, I'm a very sensitive type of fella, and I'm real, well, I feel like I'm real down to earth.
That sensible and down-to-earth feeling usually lasts until fight night. And even as the walk to defend his Oklahoma lightweight title begins, Oisín Fagan thinks of the tough times he left behind in Dublin, Ireland.
In the 70s and 80s, it was a very rough city, and a lot of unemployment, and crime was rampant.
And he can't forget the day his American dream was down to just $22 in his checking account.
I went down to a local promoter and I said, listen, can you just throw me in against a killer? I just need some money to get home.
He beat the unbeatable that night, and his American dream lived on for another dozen or so fights until eventually winning the Oklahoma title.
Hunkers up, bellies backs.
And until discovering a brand new dream inside an Oklahoma City elementary school.
I had a physical education vacancy.
Columbus Elementary Principal Phil Cunningham had a need.
Side, front, back, side.
And Oisín Fagan just happened to fit that need perfectly. You see, the Irish immigrant who came to America on a soccer scholarship and later turned to boxing had earned 2 degrees in college. One just happened to be in physical education. And until now, no one had given this dreamer a chance.
Mainly because because nobody wants to mess with a foreigner, because they have to go through a lot of papers and that type of stuff, you know. And
1, 2, 3.
One job interview and a work visa later, Oisín's influence over these kids is now glaringly obvious.
Elementary PE can easily become glorified recess, but with his skill and his expertise, I feel like we have really a fitness program.
And that influence has been life-changing for others that he's taken under his wing and into the ring.
Hey, I used to get in fights and talk back to my teachers, but when I got up there, they told me to stop, and all my anger, I took it out on the people that I fought.
But it's Oisín's fashion influence, which has made quite the statement here.
Someone will come up and say, hey, coach, looking cool today, looking sharp. I said, yeah.
From the green shoes, the bracelets, and various other hair-raising influences.
His hair? Well, you know, we all have our own styles and our own preferences.
Principal Cunningham has no complaints. In fact, he's become one of Oisín's biggest fans, cheering him right out of this tight spot in the ropes recently, straight toward this right-hand winner. He once felt he had no choice but to run home to Ireland with his American dreams dashed. Now Oisín's been invited home to fight for his country's lightweight championship.
I've got this switch in my brain that goes from, I suppose, being a kind of a teddy bear when it comes to Monday mornings, and when I see all the kids and trying to make them have a better day, but then when it comes to fight time, then I'm ready, you know.
Doug Warner, News 9.
Amazing. Oisín will fight for the Ireland Lightweight Championship coming up on June 3rd.
Isn't that amazing? All those kids are going to be boxers when they grow up. We'll be right back.
Trace it all back.